Alright, so I'm going to be doing a complete disassemble of this CyberPower PC C-Series laptop. Okay, so it's having issues charging. We attempted to fix it. We even tried a workaround. So now we're going to have to take the entire motherboard out and check if we can somehow get a more solid solder connection. The solder isn't really sticking too well to the what do you call the trace area around it, or the solder pads. Okay, and I think because the old one got ripped out of the motherboard, so what we're gonna try and do is pull this completely out and see what we can do. Okay, anyways, we're gonna do the usual, removing all the screws, keeping all the screws in order because they are different size, shape, and lengths. Why is this screw stuck in here? I'm gonna have to check my message real soon, but give me a second. Come on. Why is this screw not coming out? I don't know what's going on with this screw, but alright, give me a second. I'm gonna respond to these messages and I'll be back. Alright, I'm back, so let's get these screws out. Okay, again, the way I keep them in order, put them flat side down like this on my desk in the pattern I remove them. So you see there's 4 there, then you got 2 there, 2 here, and then you got 2 more in these bottom corners. Alright, I actually worked on this model earlier, so if you're a little bit confused or don't know what to do, you could also watch that second video and see if that one helps you. Okay, some of these screws are a little bit tough to remove. There we go. Okay. Oh, getting a message again. Last 2 screws down here. If this video helps you out, make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. If it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, anyways, let's continue removing the cover. After you get all the screws out, you can kind of get under here. If you can't, you can try using a piece of tape to stick on it or a suction cup. And then you can kind of pull this up. If it doesn't come out, you can kind of run your fingernail or a pry tool along the edges. Okay, along here, I will run my fingernail along here and kind of help pop the clips up as I kind of pull this up. Okay, if it doesn't work, you can kind of like wiggle this cover around and also pull down on it while you kind of pull up. So hold this down just like that and wiggle it, and there you go. We got the bottom cover off. Alright, so we're going to set this aside. Next, we are going to remove the motherboard. So we're going to try and, we have to disconnect all these components so that we can get to the motherboard and remove it. Okay? So we're only going to remove the things that we need to get the motherboard out. So let's go ahead and zoom in. First thing we're going to do is disconnect the battery. So to disconnect the battery, they have this little raised area here. I use my fingernails, kind of just wiggle it as I pull it, just like this. And then be careful not to let it go back in crooked at an angle, because that can damage the pins. I get my fingernails behind it, okay, and then kind of help pull the connector up, just like this. Oh, keeps coming back. Come on, let go. There we go. Alright, next thing we can do, we can actually take the entire battery out of here. So that the connector isn't in the way. You don't really have to take the battery out, but it will help a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove all these screws. Actually, we might have to take the battery out anyways. Okay, so there's one there, one down here. Alright, we got one all the way over here. We're going to remove that as well. Okay, and then there's one more that's hidden where these wireless antennas are. So let's actually zoom in. We're going to disconnect the wireless card first. Okay, to do that, you go to the tails here, and then at the tails, you kind of just pull straight up. Okay, be very careful and gentle with these. Okay, just pull straight up, just like this. Why is it stuck? Let's pull the black one out first. There we go. Now we can go ahead and get this one with both fingers. Okay, then we're going to remove this screw here. It pops up at an angle like that. Then we're going to grab the wireless card and just wiggle it back just like that to pull it out. The wireless card, you can see here, model number AX200NGW, okay, and any other information you might need. All right, we're going to set that aside now. Okay, what else do we got? We're going to flip this latch up just to release this cable, so if we need to take it out later, okay. It might actually be easier if we actually take the screw out here and remove this audio board. So let's zoom out here so you can see better. So we'll remove that screw and let's see if we can lift this separately. Okay, I'm gonna lift this out just like this. It is being held with a little raised part there, so be careful lifting this up. It is kind of holding itself in place. Interesting, this thing's actually somewhat stuck in there. What else? I mean, it looks like it hooks over slightly, so we kind of have to push it over this direction. But it's not wanting to go. Come on. Why isn't it coming out? Interesting. I don't know why it's stuck there, but it is. Otherwise, the wireless antennas aren't in the way. Do I have to manually push this by hand? I don't know if this little piece is pushing on it. You can't really move it anywhere. I don't know what's holding it there, so I guess you just have to be very careful pulling this cable out. I don't know, it's stuck. Yeah, I don't know what's holding this, guys. It's stuck there really good. Maybe there's adhesive underneath. Be very careful, gentle. Okay, I guess if I rotate it a little bit, it is coming out. I guess the speaker thing, it extends out slightly. Is that going to help remove it at all? No? Kind of? No? There we go. Okay, so rotating it helped. And then hopefully now we can remove this. So this cable is kind of held in there pretty strong. It doesn't slide out very easily. Okay, there we go. We'll set the audio board aside. Okay. All right, and you can see there's a screw that was hidden under there, so you want to make sure you remove all these hidden screws. Okay. So you got that one. Let's see, also there's the one screw holding the battery here, so we're going to remove that as well. And we can actually, I think we should be able to lift the battery out now. So let me show you over here. We're just going to grab hold of it and lift it up. Okay. Here's the battery model information if you need it. GKIDT-00-13-3S2P-0. Okay, we're going to set that aside. I actually have another computer I'm working on that just finished, so I might have to go finish that. Oh, here you can see the BIOS CMOS battery. I thought it was underneath the motherboard, but it's actually right here. Interesting. Okay, they are holding this down with adhesive, which is gonna suck because if we have to lift the motherboard, I think we're gonna have to kind of peel that up. Let's go ahead and flip this latch up for this little piece in front. I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe to detect the lid close. It does say some kind of sensor there. So we are gonna, now that we have this little black latch flipped, we should be able to pull this back. Okay, here we go. All right, let me go check on the other computer and I'll be back. All right, sorry about that. I'm back. Let's go ahead and continue taking this apart. All right, so we are probably gonna have to zoom out a bit because my desk is a little cramped right now and I got so much stuff all over it. Let's take the M.2 SSD out here. Okay. Once you take that screw out, lift it up slightly, pull that back, and there we go. This is a M.2 PCIe NVMe. There are 2 slots here. Okay. Let's see what else are we gonna have to remove. I guess let's disconnect the CMOS or BIOS battery. I'm going to just use my fingernails here on the wings and kind of just wiggle and pull it back. Oh, this is going to be, I need to change the working angle for me to be able to get this out easier. Okay, I'm going to use my fingernails at the edges and kind of just wiggle it to pull it. Just like this. Wiggle, 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 and it should eventually pop out if we keep wiggling. Come on. Wow, this connector, there we go. It's holding in there pretty tough. Flip this over. Let's flip this latch. We're going to have to pull this cable out. But, yeah, it's held in with some adhesive here, so I don't know how we're going to get that out. Let's see. How can I do that? Alright, let's get this. We'll get this underneath. Okay, and see if we can somehow get under. Yeah, this cable's pretty stuck in there. You want to be very careful with these cables because you don't want to damage them. So what I usually try and do is I try and pull them outwards to try and keep them flat as I peel them up. Okay, like this one. Okay, just like that. I don't know how I'm going to do this one. There's actually a hole under here. Interesting. How am I going to do this? So I'm going to work the tool under here. Oh, there we go. Looks like we can kind of work the tool under and kind of wiggle it. And it's coming up a little. Okay. Just like this. Then we'll get under here and we'll continue kind of wiggling. Alright, come on, keep wiggling. You can see this stuff is stuck on there pretty strong, but you have to go slow and be very careful because if you damage these cables, then things aren't going to work. I think this is for the keyboard. Right, maybe we got enough of it that we can pull this piece out. Alright, and you don't want to pinch the folded part too much either. There we go. So we got this out. And that will help me grab closer over here so I can keep it flat and peel it up. Again, kind of wiggle it. I wouldn't use heat for this. You can maybe use some like rubbing alcohol or something, but I wouldn't use heat because you don't want to melt these cables. Okay. Okay, and there we go. We got that pulled up. Okay, next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna remove these other cables. I think I already showed a video how to get the RAM out, so if you want to see that and you don't know how, just let me know. I will send you over a link. Alright, we're gonna disconnect these two. Again, we flip those two latches and then we're gonna pull that back, get underneath the brown plastic tab, lift it up and pull that back. Oops, I dropped my screwdriver. Okay, we're going to disconnect the speaker cable here. Again, I just use my fingernails at the wings and just wiggle that to pull that out. There we go. Where'd my screwdriver go? It rolled away somewhere. Oh, I don't know where my screwdriver rolled off to. Let me find, oh, there it is. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see. So we got that one screw out. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, there's another screw up here near the fan. We'll remove that one as well. I don't know if we have to remove all these screws holding down here. Hopefully not, but if we do have to, then we'll do that. I'm going to actually take a marker and mark where I'm removing the screws from, so that way I can remember. Okay, so there was one here. And we had one that was down over here. So I'm just going to mark those. Okay, there's a screw over here. I think we might have to remove the ones holding the... This one already has a blue line on it, so take that one out. Okay, maybe we don't have to take those out. If you're gonna mess with this, we're gonna be taking out the LCD LVDS connector here most likely. So after disconnecting the battery, if you didn't already do that, basically open up the computer and press and hold the power button 15 seconds. That's very important when messing with the LCD LVDS connector to prevent damage to it. Okay, so we'll give it a few more seconds. All right. All right, there we go. Okay, let's see about removing the fans. There's, oops, I'm probably gonna have to zoom out a little here because I ran out of desk space again. Okay, we're gonna remove this screw. Okay, we got another screw down here. I don't think this screw's gonna come out separate, or the fan's gonna come out. Oh, there's one more screw here. Okay, so there's 3 screws holding that fan, and it seems like they attached it with this tape here, so I'm gonna leave it attached. Let's go ahead and go to the other side and do the same with the other fan. 3 screws here as well. Okay, so let's get those 3 screws out as well. The screw keeps falling over. There we go. Okay, and last one. There we go. Okay. Let's see, there's 1 screw back here underneath this cable. If you're removing this, be very careful not to damage that cable. Okay, do I need to remove all the other stuff? Oh, there's a cable going under here too. So we have to be careful. Oops, we have to be careful. We have to remove this cable as well. I hate computers that do this where they kind of hide all this stuff under here. Okay, let's flip this latch up here and pull this cable out. Okay, and then can we peel this up? Again, you want to be very careful with these cables. Be very careful. Man, the way they put this under here. How do I get this label, this sticker off of it? Okay. There we go, got that off, and let's go ahead now and finish peeling this up. Again, try and keep it flat, and there we go. Okay, we're gonna pull this cable out of the way. And there you go, you can see it's lifting up. Make sure, oops, let's zoom out here so you can see everything better. Okay, so we are lifting the whole motherboard, logic board up. Oh, this cable actually stays, so we didn't even have to peel this up. This is the keyboard cable. Okay, and then we're gonna peel this part up. Okay, this is gonna be a little tricky. let's see, we're gonna kind of wiggle this and lift it, see if we can flip it so that way we can get this cable out. Oh, be careful here. There's the power button going under there. They're being sneaky here. So if you're not careful and you just flip it quickly, you'll end up tearing this cable out. You see that? How do you... Whose idea was this? It's so difficult to get this cable out. So I'm gonna have to flip that latch over to do this. I guess normally what they expect you to do is to basically redo the or pull the whole heatsink off to do this. So I'm gonna have to do this somewhat out of view of the camera because I gotta flip that latch up and pull that cable out. Okay, so now we got that, and we can flip this. You can see we can now flip this upside down. I'm gonna have to clean all the dust out of these keyboard switches and everything. It's pretty bad. Clean all the dust off the bottom here. And let me see if I can somehow get the LCD LVDS connector out. No, that's gonna be a pain because then I got to flip it all the way over. Okay, the easiest way is you untape this and then you can move it all wherever you want. Okay, so I'm gonna undo the adhesive here. Okay, there we go. And now we can unroute this cable from here a bit. There we go. All right, and now we can kind of just work with this a bit more. There we go. So I'm gonna clean all the dust out of here as much as I can and here, and I'll be back. All right, and I'll see what I can do about fixing the charge port a bit better. Okay, I'll see you guys in a bit. Oh, I didn't record, but basically I cleaned up all this, I cleaned up some of the soldering a little bit here. We'll see if that helped at all. I don't know, I don't think so. We're gonna guide the wires back over, flip this thing back over, and we're gonna see, take a look at the other side as well. This thing is a little bit tricky to get all back together. Okay, so I hope I'm doing this right. Okay, I have to be careful here. Come on, all this tape stuff is making it a little tricky for me. So it goes like that. This tape has to go up. Okay, we'll tape this up. Hope I did that right. Did it go around the outside last time? I think so. So, and then the tricky part, you got to keep this cable from going over the screw hole. Okay. When we put all of this back in, we're going to have to make sure all these cables are out of the way. We are going to have to remember the power button cable. But, so I'm just going to move this stuff out of the way for now so I can work on it. Okay. I'm not going to, I guess there's no point of me getting all these cables in right now, but. Okay, because they're just going to get smashed again. Okay, let me see if I can figure this out. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to pull this thing back out. But this is mostly soldering stuff, so I'm not going to record this because it's just a lot of time consuming this. And then I'll record again when I put it back together. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so I'm back. I don't know if that fix really did anything or not, but we're going to try and reconnect the cable in the back here. We'll find out. Alright, So this is tough because we kind of have to lift this kind of, and this latch needs to be up, and then this cable needs to go down. So this is going to be really tough. Let's see, how am I gonna, I guess I can actually reach it, it's not too bad. Okay, no, it's, need a tiny bit more slack and it would be good. This is somewhat of a pain. Let's see if I can grab the blue tab, that might help. Okay, grabbing the blue tab. Yep, that helps. Can I get it lined up though? Man, this is tough, jeez. Let's see if I can get it in a way so I can kind of show you guys a bit better. The other cable came out, so that's going to be annoying to try and get back in. Went in at a weird angle. Okay, I guess I have to do it at an awkward angle. Okay, I guess I have to do it with this thing slightly down so you guys won't be able to see. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna get this in and I'll see you guys when I'm done. Alright, I got it in. That was a huge pain in the butt. But now let's go ahead and get all these other cables back on top. Okay. Alright, let's get all these cables back on top. Okay. Alright, I think everything is in. Hopefully everything is in properly and nothing is getting smushed or destroyed. Okay, this is not working right. So something's not sitting down here. I don't know how I'm gonna fix that because this one is, yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna, how am I gonna do that? They made this thing so difficult. Like, that cable needs to go around. Okay, I think I have to start, okay, I have to lift the whole board to the left a little, then get that in, and then can I slide it over to the right? How am I gonna do this? This is, oh my god. This really sucks, you guys. The design of this, the design of this motherboard. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Come on, push that out of the way. Did that work? Okay, that worked. I was able to push it in right. Okay. It's sitting on top of something, or it's not aligned right. Because this isn't sitting completely. This part is now sitting. Oh, I think it's hitting these raised lumps, so I need to make sure to line it up. No, Is there something under here I'm missing? Is there something under there I forgot? Something under here? This seems okay. This seems okay. Did I miss a cable under there? I don't want to lift it too high and then I'm gonna have to do it all again. No, nothing else. I just gotta align all the lumps. Sorry if my head's getting in the way. Okay, let's align this lump and this lump. That lump's aligned. This lump. That lump's aligned. Okay. I think it's lined up for the most part now. Okay, that's all sitting okay. This needs to go back under here. Okay. We'll see if that was all for nothing or not. Jeez. Okay, that was huge pain. Let's get this one screw that was up here back in. Okay, again, be careful not to damage that cable. Perfect. Now let's get all the fan screws back in. And hopefully we're not missing anything because we don't want to have to take it all back out. Alright, sorry about that. I didn't realize my battery was so low. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue getting all these screws back in. Right now, the phone is charging while I record, but when I do that, it makes a staticky sound. So hopefully you guys will be okay with that. There's a few of my videos I did in the past where I didn't know and I was letting my phone charge while I did that. And then it was like kind of staticky and annoying. But it's better than, I guess, no video, no recording. So yeah, because I don't have time to wait for it to charge up and then do it again. So we're gonna finish this while it's charging, and hopefully it will be sufficient. Okay. I mean, basically reassembly is just doing everything in reverse. That one part, getting the cable back in, was a pain in the butt. So keep that in mind. If you are doing this, this is going to be very difficult to put back together. Okay. Alright, let's see. We're going to just get all these cables in. So let me actually zoom in a bit. And my phone is now running hot. So what I'm seeing is very jittery. I don't know if what it's recording is very jittery too, but hopefully not. Alright, we'll latch that down. Make sure this cable's down. Put this back on top. I don't want to put it too tight like before. Alright, we'll put that back in at an angle. Get the screw, put this back in. Okay. Then we'll get the 3 screws over here that were in the motherboard. Sorry if it's, again, I don't know, it's showing very laggy and jittery for me. Hopefully it's okay. That screw, we got 2 more over here. This one here. Okay, got this one. Alright, let's get this cable connected in. Make sure the latch is up. Line this up. Okay, this might be difficult to push this cable in. Usually I use the blue tab to kind of get it, but there's not much room here to work on to do that, so it's a bit tricky. How am I going to do this? I'm going to try with one finger underneath and another on top, pushing the blue tab. Okay, it kind of worked. Let me see, I'm going to pull this back out. Yeah, why is this cable so stiff to get in this? Okay, pretty sure it's lined up, and then I'll just... Jeez. Okay, it's kind of working. Come on, go in. Okay, let's probably about as much as it's going, so I'll latch that down. My phone couldn't take it. Anyways, I'm back. It overheated and I had to stop. So let's go ahead and push this back into place. Line this up. Make sure these metal tabs that stick out from the headphone jacks don't get broken off. Okay. You want to make sure to get them in at an angle and then slide it into place. Okay. Also make sure that cable's out of the way. And there we go. Looks good. Let's get that one screw. Okay, tighten that into place. Good. Alright, what do we got next? The wireless card. Let's zoom in here. Also, don't forget the speaker connector here. Make sure you have it right side up. Okay, pinch that into place. Make sure these wires get hidden or tucked behind this metal piece here. Okay, wireless card here. Goes in at an angle. Push it in. Get the screw into place. I don't remember if the wires are supposed to go down or hide somewhere. I think it just goes under here because the battery just sat on top. And yeah, okay, white wire to white and black wire to black. So you want to make sure to get these lined up right before you push them down because these are pretty fragile. Okay, so kind of wiggle it, make sure it's good, and then you know it's good because if you have it lined up right, come on, these are a little difficult, okay, then if you kind of hold it down and try and wiggle it around, it won't move, and then you can make sure to snap it in. Right, same thing with the second one, line it up, make sure it doesn't move, and snap that in. Alright, there we go. Again, we have these wireless antennas just hanging out here. I think I'm going to have to move them, but yeah, we'll see after we get everything reconnected. Let's go back over here. Oh, I forgot these two cables. Make sure those latches are up. Grab the little tab. Sorry if my hand's in the way, but get that lined up. Again, make sure that latch is up. There we go. And then flip it down. Get this one in. Same thing. Make sure the latch is up. Get the thing into the slot. Okay. Make sure it goes in all the way. Good. And then slide your finger over to latch it down. Alright. We're going to now work our way over here. Uh-oh, the cats are going to fight with each other. Watch out. Hey, Mochi. Mochi, don't bother Venus. Don't bother Venus, okay? You're going to get hurt. Alright, let's get this in. They might start growling soon. Alright, anyways, get that cable in. And then slide your finger over to latch it in. Same thing with this cable. Cat's being curious, gonna get hurt. Okay, make sure that latches up. Get that cable in. Good, and then slide your finger over to latch it. Looks good. We're gonna get the CMOS BIOS battery in. Make sure you don't flip that upside down. Okay, look which way the red and black wires are. Pinch that in. Good. Oh, he's like, uh-oh. She's getting mad at. Okay, let me zoom out. We're gonna put the battery in. You're gonna be hearing the cats screaming at each other. Get this lined up. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to move these wireless antenna wires behind that screw hole. Like that. Then we can get this in. He's like, what did I do? What did I do? Venus? Leave him alone. Alright, we'll get all these screws in. Problem is they're both trapped in here because I don't want them to run around. Well, Venus is okay running around the house, but Mochi's my friend's other cat that's here, and I'm worried he'll like hide somewhere and I won't be able to get him. So keeping him out here, or he might run out the front door. So the other people in my house aren't going to pay attention and might just open the door and he'll bolt. So I got to make sure to be extra careful. All right, so anyways, get this last screw in. All right, looks good. So we're gonna get the battery connector in, and then we're gonna plug this in and see if it's charging or if we did all of that for nothing. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the charger. Let's see if we did all of that for nothing or if we got some success here. Don't explode. Okay, no explosion, no sparks, that's good. Let's flip this over, we'll open this up. I see the light is on, it's blinking, that's a good sign. Wiggling it around isn't affecting it at all. Okay, so I think we should be good to go. I'm gonna flip this over, we're gonna power it up. You can see, hopefully you can see that light is blinking, so that's good. And here you can see, let me zoom out a bit more. So here you can see the charging cable. I'm going to try and make it so you can see both at the same time. I'm going to wiggle this cable. You can see it's blinking at the same frequency. Okay. Wiggle this. You can see it's blinking at the same frequency no matter what. Okay. I'm going to like twist this around. Still blinking at the same frequency. So I think we should be okay. I hope it's going to hold up. If not, I don't know, we're going to have to get another one and try and change it again, and hopefully that'll fix it. But yeah, anyways, that should be good to go. All right, so I'm testing it, kind of like moving the cable all over the place. But basically now we're just going to put the bottom cover back on, put all the screws in, and that should be it. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. So this was a more complete disassembly video than the first one that I showed. I didn't show the complete process. And this is a very annoying kind of one to take apart if you're going down to the motherboard level, so keep that in mind. If you are going to do that, make sure that you watch the entire video. Okay. I guess it's a good thing I had to do this again so I could show you guys the disassembly process, because it is such a pain. Okay, I was hoping I wouldn't have to do it again, but I guess I did. This time I just put like a whole bunch of solder in there and flooded it, so hopefully that will kind of hold better. So now on both sides of that one point it's like kind of trapped. Yeah, and hopefully that'll help, because again, the solder mount, the pads got kind of torn up a bit. Alright, anyways, yeah, you're welcome to stay as I get all these screws back in. There's not really much more to this. Again, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, Mochi. Hey, don't touch those computers, okay? Come here. Mochi, come here. Come on. Good boy, come on. Venus, stop it. Okay, let's get the last few in. Venus is just like, who are you? Get out of my house. Venus. Venus is too much of a jealous cat. She doesn't like any other cats being anywhere near. Alright. And last screw, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. All right, let's drop this. Bye.